Where is this witness's residence? In the parking lot, in the elevator?
I'm sorry? She's walking in right now.
Into the building or into the courtroom?
The building. Your Honor, just so the court knows, I did tell her to be here at 8.
Yeah. Ron,
Yes,
would you like the witness to go ahead and take the stand or wait?
she can take this. This was, Ms. Jackson from yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
All rise.
Y'all may be seated. All right, we're back on the record. The record will reflect that the defendant is present, the attorney, the state is present, the jurors are present and seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Thank you all so much for being here early. And thank you for your patience. Sometimes we have, delays here and there, but we're trying to move things along as best we can, okay? So thank you. Yesterday, the state was still in the process of examining Ms. Jackson. Ms. Jackson, you are still under oath, okay?
Okay.
Statement proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Jackson, you are the same Ms. Jackson that was testifying yesterday afternoon, is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember where your address was in November of 2020?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember where you lived or what area you lived in?
I stayed between the Oak Cliff and like the crossing of Oak Cliff and Duncanville area.
And where's that relationship to like the courthouse? Is that close to here, far?
I would say about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute drive. It's not too far.
Do you remember the route that you would take to get to, from your apartment to I-35?
I would go down Ledbetter. I think that's Ledbetter. Mhm.
Now, the car that Melvin was driving the day of November 10th, do you remember what kind of car that was?
I didn't even know what car he was in.
Okay. Did you have a visitor parking spot log?
Yes.
Okay. And can you explain why that was important for your apartment complex?
My apartment complex wanted us to log the license plate.
Did you
So he sent the license plate and I logged the license plate into the log.
Did you ever see the car that he was driving that day?
I don't recall that I did, no.
When you would see him drive, what kind of car would he drive?
He would drive a Corvette.
Do you happen to
It was
remember?
like a Stingray, I think. It was a convertible, a sports car.
Do you remember if he was driving a sports car the day of November 10th and 11th?
I don't think I remember if I knew what car he was in.
You want to approach the witness?
You may.
Ms. Jackson, I'm going to show you some photos and let me know if you recognize these individuals. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1003A. Do you recognize this as Devin Brown?
Yes,
Yesterday you said that you would call him Chicago. Is that correct?
correct.
This is the same photo, just larger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
In State's Exhibit 1004A, do you recognize this as being Jerry Johnson?
Sustained.
Do you know who this is?
yes,
Who is that?
that's Jerry.
Okay, and Jerry Johnson?
Yes,
In State's Exhibit 1005A, do you recognize this person?
that's Yella.
Yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Is that also known as Markies Conway?
Correct.
In State's Exhibit 1006A, do you recognize this person?
That's Freddie.
When you say Freddie, is that Trap Boy Freddie?
Correct.
Sustained.
And lastly, in State's Exhibit 1007, who is this?
That's Theo.
Do you know Theo's nickname?
I mean, I call him Theo.
1007A?
I know about Theo, but
Theo.
he got a nickname.
Your Honor, at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 1003A, 1004A, 1005A, 1006A, and 1007A for all purposes.
No, we're gonna get outlets.
What's the state's response?
Your Honor, this is, we've been saying a lot of names in this trial. This will help aid the jury in understanding who the parties are that we are speaking about.
Any other?
Some of these names we have not said, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that will be developed throughout the rest of the testimony. But these are individuals that she has recognized and can authenticate that their faces and their names.
All right, defendant's objections are overruled. State's exhibits 1003A through 1007A are admitted for all purposes.
And Your Honor, permission to publish?
You may.
posting now. This is Devin Brown, AKA Chicago. This is the father to your 2 boys. Is that right?
Correct.
104. This is Jerry Johnson. You know Jerry.
Yes.
1005 A. This is Yella Beezy.
Correct.
1006 A. This is Trap Boy Freddy.
Correct.
And 1007 A. This is Theodore Thomas.
Object, you're only known by Theo.
Correct.
I'm going to object, you only know somebody by Theo.
I know about Theodore too. I went to school with him.
Okay, this Theo, does he go by any other name?
Jose Bodega, Your Honor.
Yes, I was asking the witness.
Oh, sorry.
I call him Theodore. He has a nickname, which is a rap name, but I went to school with him, so I don't call him his rap name. I call him Theo,
Theo?
but I know his name is Theodore.
Theodore. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Now, how do you know these individuals?
I went to school with 3 of them.
Which
And
3?
I went to school with Jerry, I went to school with Theo, and I went to school with Yella. And of course, I have kids by my child's father, and I know Freddie from just the internet.
I'm
Now,
sorry, who did you go to school with?
I went to school with Jerry Johnson, Markies Conway, and Theodore Thomas.
Thank you.
in 1003A, that's being on the screen, that's Devin Brown, right? That's your child's father?
Correct.
Okay. And this is, you said that y'all met in 2011?
Correct.
So, were you and Devin, I'm sorry. One second. Now, 1005A, is that who you went to school with?
Yes.
And did you go to school the whole time, or did you stay in that high school the whole time?
No, I didn't.
What other high schools did you go to?
I graduated from the Beginnings Christian Academy. I didn't graduate from Lancaster. I went to Lancaster probably 3 years.
Did Devin, do you know what high school Devin went to?
He went to DeSoto High School. He went to Lancaster, I believe, his freshman year, but I met him when I was going to my other school.
And did Devin know Yella Beezy or Markies Conway?
Yes,
How did he know?
from school and from his associates.
Now, during this time, earlier you had testified that there was a public rap beef between MO3 and Yella Beezy. Is that correct?
Correct.
Showing what's been marked as State's Exhibits 834. Yesterday, you testified that on November 17th, you went to the Dallas Police Department and did a consent to search your cell phone as well as your son's cell phone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And again, what was the reason that you wanted to do that?
I was just there to assist with the case, just give them my phone if they wanted to go through my phone, talk to them about him leaving my house, and just give them any information that they needed.
And you see the date that's written on here. This is an extraction report, a cell bite extraction report. You see where it says cell bite up here?
Yes,
An extraction report.
yes.
You see that this date is, well, what date is this?
Objection, the witness is reading from a piece of paper that's not even, or evidence,
Sustained.
Do you recall your telephone number at that time?
No,
Do you recall your email address?
I have several email addresses. I probably do.
It's JocelynJackson@yahoo.com, one of them.
Yes.
You said you would sometimes communicate with Devin through Trey's phone, is that right?
If he had me blocked.
So at one point, you say had you blocked, did Devin block you at some point?
He blocked me, I believe, in September of 2020.
And so because he had blocked you on your phone, sometimes you would message him off of Trey's phone?
Yes,
You had access to Trey's phone?
I did.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. Do you recognize this photo?
No,
Do you recognize, or do you know what Trey had Devin saved in his phone?
Dad.
Dad, okay. And you said you called Devin Chicago, is that right?
Correct,
He's from Chicago,
correct,
has a Chicago area code.
correct.
Do you recall this as being Devin's phone number?
Yes,
Okay, do you remember taking a screenshot of Trey's cell phone for detectives?
yes, I did.
Do you remember that there were phone calls between Devin and Trey on November 10th and then November 11th?
I only found out on November 11th that there were phone calls.
Okay. And November 10th that there were phone calls from Devin to Trey, is that correct?
Correct,
And then State's Exhibit 839, we see the same name as Dad with a green heart, is that correct?
correct,
The same number from State's Exhibit 838, is that right?
correct.
And the incoming phone calls from Devin to Trey on November,
Object to it, again, she's having a witness sponsor a piece of paper or a picture signing evidence.
Well, ask the witness to identify what's in the photo. Don't tell her what's in the photo.
okay, but you can't identify what's in the photos, is that right?
Yes,
And in State's Exhibit 840, again, do you recognize what's the contents of these photos?
yes,
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 838, 839, and 840, which are photos for all purposes.
What was 839 again?
Photos of the cell phone, screenshot of the cell phone.
Screenshot of Trey's cell phone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to State Exhibit 838. Initially, when you asked the witness said she didn't even know what this was and couldn't recognize it. And 838, 9 to 840. So improper identification.
Okay, they're talking about 838 through 840 is improper identification or
I think
838?
838, 839 to 840.
Okay. Let me see 838. Is that the one with Chicago's phone number on it that the witness recognized?
I think she asked you about 839, not 830, 838.
Okay, the witness stated that that's Chicago's phone number, which is Chicago area code. Is that your recollection?
For 839 to 840.
838. And 839 appears to be a screenshot that she took. Is that what the witness said?
Yes, Your Honor.
About Trey's phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is at 840, what was 840?
It was again a screenshot of Trey's phone.
Okay, taken by this witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense objections are overruled. States exhibits 838 through 840 are admitted for all purposes.
Commissioner Cummings, Your Honor.
You may.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. We see that this was the screenshot that you took of Trey's phone, is that right?
Yes,
Says dad, and we know that dad was saved in Trey's phone, that was Devin.
correct,
This was his telephone number, the 312-623-8475.
correct,
We see that there was an incoming call on November 10th at 6:35 PM, is that right?
correct.
On State's Exhibit 839, we still see that same name that's saved as dad and that same telephone number as State's Exhibit 838, is that correct?
Correct.
And then the incoming calls, what time were these incoming calls coming in on November 10th? Can you see that?
Yes, 6:57 PM, 6:54 PM, and 6:36 PM.
Looking at State's Exhibit 840, we see that it's a screenshot of the calls that Devin was calling Trey on November 11th. Is that right?
Yes,
And what time were those calls coming in at?
10:48 AM, 10:49, and 11:21 AM.
And at this time, was Devin having much communication with Trey?
Honestly, I don't know. If they talked to their dad on their phone, it wasn't nothing that I was asking about. I didn't. So if they talked to him, they talked to him.
Yesterday, you had testified that Devin asked Trey to go to breakfast with him on November 11th. Is that right?
Correct.
You said no.
Yes.
And again, why did you say no?
He had me blocked since September, and I believe that he hadn't seen my boys in a while, so I was just like, no, they can't go, and it was just on a Wednesday, so I was like, no.
Was that out of the ordinary with Devin?
Yeah,
Yesterday, you had said that something didn't seem right once you found out that Melvin was killed. Is that right?
correct.
What was going through your mind with all the events that were going on that morning and with Trey?
I think that I'll just.
Speculation.
Sustained.
Your Honor, it's her presence its impression of what was going on that day.
She's gonna speculate to anything, Your Honor, and object.
She testified yesterday that she contacted police because of what happened.
Right, but you're asking her, you know, to express speculative feelings.
Your Honor, it's her presence and impression after the person that she has a romantic relationship with, she's found out that he's been shot on the
Objection
freeway.
to speaking.
I'm explaining how it's a presence and impression.
Go ahead.
At that moment, she's found out now that the person she has a romantic relationship with has been shot on the freeway. It's her present sense impression of what is taking place and the reason for why she came forward to the police. It's not speculation. It's why she ended up doing what she did and why she came forward to the police. The
Okay,
police didn't
now,
come to
if
her.
that's what she's going to testify to, then I'll allow that, but if she's going to speculate about what may have happened, or, you know, what could have happened, then I'm not gonna allow that.
And if
So
that-
if you're tailoring it to why she went to the police,
Okay.
then that's fine.
I went to the police because I feel like my kid's father had something to do
I'm
with it.
gonna object to speculation again.
Your Honor, she's answering the question that's exactly.
Overall, go ahead. What was your answer?
I knew, I just knew, my intuition told me,
That Devin had something to do with this.
yes.
And did you reach out to Devin to ask him about that?
I asked my son first. I asked my son if his daddy asked if Melvin was at my house. That's how it went. My intuition picked up, and I asked my son, had he talked to, did his daddy ask if he was at my house? And my son told me yes.
When you say he, you're talking about that Melvin was at your house?
My son told me that he told that his dad asked if Melvin was at his,
Sir, are you part of this team? Because I can hear your voice all the way from here. Or are you,
Yes,
I mean,
he
he's
is with
taking on the
us.
witness?
No,
Because I can hear him from here.
We'll make sure.
So we need to come to whisper to counsel, but I don't want to hear several voices. Okay, all right, so as to hearsay,
What the little boy was about to say or was telling his mother. That's what she was testifying.
that's sustained.
So because of what Trey told you, you reached out to Devin, is that right?
yes,
Now, we met, earlier this month, is that right?
yes,
And we went over some text messages, between you and Devin, is that right?
correct.
Do you recall those text messages?
I didn't remember until you showed me, honestly. It's been so long.
Just briefly look at these messages and see if you, don't read them out loud, but just see if you recall having this conversation with Devin. And you can flip the pages if you need to.
I'm great, right?
You are.
Okay.
Do you remember that conversation? You recall that conversation?
Yes,
Do you happen to remember your son's telephone number?
no,
If I show you something to refresh your memory from your cell phone extraction where it has your son's telephone number, would you recognize what you would put Trey's name in your phone?
yes,
What did you have, or what, do you remember what you had Trey's number in your phone or name?
Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Mhm.
You said you had him as Sunshine?
Yes,
Do you recall that being his number?
yes,
Okay. And it's last digits ending in 7433?
Overall.
yes, ma'am.
Now, what I'm showing you has been marked as State's Exhibit 1135A. Earlier, you testified to State's Exhibit 838 that Chicago's number was that 312 number. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And this number, we see that there's a 469 number that's ending in 7433. Do you recognize that number?
that's Trey's phone.
That's Trey's phone.
Mhm.
Okay, so State's Exhibit 135A would be text messages between Devin and your son Trey. Is that right?
Correct.
But looking at State's Exhibit 1135, you recognize these messages as your communication to Devin. Is that right?
Yes,
Here at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 1135A for record purposes and 1135 for all purposes.
Any objections?
One second. No objections to 1135 or 1135A.
Thank you. State's Exhibits 1135A and 1135 are admitted. 1135A for record purposes only.
Can we approach briefly?
Sure.
Any other questions for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor, can I just have just a few moments? Jocelyn, you said you didn't remember what your telephone number was at the time, is that
No.
correct?
No.
Okay, and looking at State Exhibit 834, you recognize that that says Jocelyn Jackson, Apple iPhone 11, is that
Yes,
correct? Does that help refresh your recollection as what your telephone number was on November, or in November of 2020?
maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's my number. I change my number a lot.
Okay, fair. Do you recognize your email address?
Yes,
Okay, so you recognize this as being from what you gave police officers on November 11th of 2020 when you consented to the search of your phone?
yes,
And do you also, in preparation for trial, we did go over certain contacts that were in your phone. Do you recall that?
yes.
Okay. One of those contacts that was Chicago's telephone number, is that right?
Correct.
And that's that 312 number?
Yes,
As well as, do you recall, earlier you testified that you called Melvin Noble Momo, is that right?
yes,
And does this help refresh your recollection about the telephone number that you would use to communicate with him?
yes,
And you also see that your son's name is listed as Sunshine and his number, is that right?
yes,
And looking at State Exhibit 836, do you recognize this as a conversation with you and Trey?
yes,
What is it?
State Exhibit 836?
Thank
And this came from your cell phone, is that right?
yes,
Says Jocelyn Jackson and with Sunshine,
yes,
that's Trey. Your telephone number was 469-773-0062.
yes,
Trey's telephone number was 469-773-7433. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And did you recognize the conversations between you and Trey? This would have been November 10th of 2020 through November 11th.
yes.
Do you want to review that? And you did say that Devin asked if he could come get the boys for breakfast, is that right?
Yes,
And that Trey asked your permission for that?
correct.
And did Trey text that or ask through text messages?
Yes,
And sometimes y'all would text with each other?
yes.
And around what time did he text you to ask to go to?
I believe she set the time from document not committed to evidence.
Thank you.
Do you remember what time that was?
It was around 10.
Last time, the offer states it said 8:34, 8:35, and 8:36 for record purposes. Sorry, all purposes.
834, 835, and 836.
Yes, sir, for all
What
purposes.
was 835?
8:35 were the contacts, the select contacts in Jocelyn Jackson's phone.
objections to, State Exhibit 834, 835, and 836, Your Honor.
Thank you. Six exhibits, 834, 835, and 836 are admitted for all purposes.
Jocelyn, you said that when you found out that Devin knew that Melvin was at your apartment, you texted him, is that right?
Yeah.
Your Honor, permission to publish 1135?
You may.
There's a screen to your left, if that's easier for you to see. All right, now you said that your number, or you recall that your number is
Can you
469.
leave that in for members of the jury?
Sorry, Your
I
Honor?
don't think the jurors can see it.
You said that your number was 469-773-7433, is that right?
That's Trey's number.
Or Trey's number, and so Trey's messages would be in blue. Is that
Correct.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that 312-623-8475, that would be responses from Chicago or Devin, is that right?
Correct.
And you said you received a phone call around 12, around 12 that Melvin had been killed. Is that right? And so from there you started texting Devin.
Yes.
And what did you tell Devin?
All my kids, you did.
Why did you say that to him?
Because I knew that he had something to do with it.
On page 44 of 1135, you texted him again. Is that correct?
Correct.
What did you say?
You did, B-word.
And he responded at 2:40 p.m. saying, "Lame ass bitch, you've been having my kids around MFs, know something like this can happen. No one gets beef out there in the city. I really don't understand. You think you so smart. You dumb AF. That could have been my kids. Stupid hoe. I never gave AF about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I just prayed my kids safe because you dumbass keep up around some mess. Bitch, they could have got killed and got the nerve to try to put this shit on me. Nigga, fuck you and everything you stand for. It's up, I promise you." What was he talking about? You said that there was beef, right?
Yes.
How did you respond?
I said, I hope they kill him. People were saying that I had something to do with it. I was furious. I was pissed.
Did you have anything to do with this?
No.
And that's why you messaged Devin, right?
Correct.
You were upset. Is that correct?
I was angry.
And in fact, you messaged him a lot after that. Is that correct?
Yes.
At 5:40, what did you tell him?
You did that for what? To be accepted by some niggas who don't care about you? That's fucked up. You know better. You know you wrong. You hurt me for real on my kids. You wrong. You so bitter and miserable. My kids will never see you again. You wrong. You're so wrong.
And then lastly, you messaged,
Why?
did Devin ever respond?
No.
You want me to just have one moment?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson, I'll pass the witness. Dr. Stephen.
Ms. Jackson, you talked about your relationship with MO3,
Yes,
and you called him Lobo.
correct.
Okay. And you said you knew him since 2017?
17, yes.
And how often did y'all talk in 2017?
Sporadically,
What's correct?
every now and then.
And what's
Not a
every
lot,
now and then?
not a lot.
Like once a month, once every?
Maybe, I don't remember.
And 2018, was it still sporadic that y'all talked?
I don't remember.
You don't remember how many times you were talking or the conversations?
No,
Were they consistent?
no, I don't think so. Not in 2018, no.
In 2019, how often would you talk to him?
When we started talking, I talked to him often.
So you started talking to him in 2020, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said you dated him for about 4 months.
About 3, 4 months, yeah.
Said that you probably started dating him back in August of 2020?
I think, I don't remember.
You don't remember when you started dating?
I think it was July.
July? And where were you living in July 2020?
In Duncanville across Oak Cliff area, Duncanville. It's, when you cross Duncanville, you're going to Oak Cliff.
Were you living in the same apartments that you were on November 11th, 2020?
Yes,
How long had you been in those apartments from November 11th, 2020? Like, when did you move into those apartments?
I don't remember. I know my lease wasn't up. I had to move and everything happened, so I know it wasn't a long time that I was over there.
But you were there in July 2020?
Yes,
Is that the only place that Mo3 or Momo would come visit you?
yes.
And how would you describe your feelings toward Mo3?
I liked him. We was friends.
Did you love him?
I had love for him, yes. I wasn't in love.
And when you and Mo3 were dating, how many times would he come over to your house?
We had just started dating, so he probably he came to my house several times.
Was less than 5?
No, it was more than 5.
Less than 10?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No,
Was he coming over your house like once a week?
I don't recall. No, I don't think so. It wasn't once a week.
How many times do you think you saw Mo3 during the time y'all were dating?
I saw him often.
Where the jury can have an understanding, what is often?
I don't recall.
Did you see him more than once a month?
Yes,
Did you see him more than twice a month?
maybe. It was only 3 months that we was talking.
Is it 3 months or 4 months?
I said I didn't recall earlier. I said between 3 and 4 months.
And when he would come over to your house, what cars would he drive?
He would drive a Corvette.
Did he drive any other cars?
I had only seen him in a Corvette.
Do you remember that he was in a brown Honda Accord the day of November 11th, 2020?
I said earlier I didn't recall. I don't remember seeing that car.
When you said that you live in an apartment complex that you have to put a decal on the car where it won't get towed, I imagine, correct?
Correct.
What is that process you would have to go through?
You would have to put the license plate number in.
And would you have like decals in your house that you would have to go out and put the license plate in yourself, or would you have to actually go to the office to get a decal?
It's the online system. So the person would actually just send the license plate, their license plate number, you put their license plate number in. So to register their vehicle so it get towed.
And you remember you had to do that day, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he wasn't in the black car that day, right?
I got his license plate number. So I don't recall what car he was in.
And do you remember that on November 9th or 10th, he was in California?
Yes,
And he had texted you and said, hey, I wanna come over.
yes,
And he needed your address, right?
correct. I don't recall him asking for my address. I don't remember.
Okay. You don't remember telling the officers that I had to text him my address?
It's been so long ago. I don't remember. No, I don't.
Would it surprise you that you had to text him your address?
I mean, I wouldn't expect him to know about heart. He wasn't from that side of town, so it wouldn't.
Okay, so he didn't come see you that often.
He wasn't from that side of town.
And, well, if you would agree with me that someone that came to see you often would probably wouldn't need your address, right?
I would assume if he was leaving from the airport that he would if he was in California. So that could be why he asked for my address.
Do you know what airport he arrived in?
No, I don't. I knew he was flying in from California. He said that he was coming to my home. So maybe that's why he asked for my address.
And he arrived at your house about 1 p.m., right?
I don't remember. I think it was even earlier than that.
Now, during this time, just kind of going back with your relationship with him, were you the only person who was dating?
I don't recall. I didn't ask.
But you have been on, you don't know if you're the only person who was dating.
No.
Isn't it true he was dating multiple women?
He could have been. He's an artist. He could have been.
Isn't it true that you have actually had some interactions or heard that you actually had some interactions with some of those women who was dating?
Your Honor, Your Honor, object to relevancy.
Same, what's the relevance of this?
Your Honor, she's given that aspect that she was like the only person that he was dating and no one else knew her address and so on. All right, and Your Honor, as it relates to your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you've been on different internet sites, right, and different podcasts?
Yes.
Okay, and you talked about your relationship with MO3, right?
Correct.
And you talked about how you and him were, you described your relationship in various ways. Is that true to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you and him were hanging out on, and let's talk about Devin, the whole parenting. Devin was trying to be in his children's life, right?
Devin was trying to be in his children's life when it was convenient for him.
And you and Devin had dated for quite some time.
Yes.
And you would say that it wasn't the best feelings, like y'all wasn't, you weren't cordial, right?
We had got to some point in the relationship where we were cordial.
But he had you blocked and you had him blocked at times, right?
He had me blocked when we would get into arguments, yes.
And he said you had been blocked on his phone since September 2020?
Yes.
Did you have him blocked?
No.
And he still had the ability to talk to his children on their phone, right?
Correct.
And there were times that, as you just indicated to the prosecutor, you don't know when he was talking to your children.
Right.
And you don't know if he was talking to them every day, do you?
I didn't ask. That's their relationship with their father. So that's why they had a phone.
So you don't know what type of special relationship or love your children had for them, do you?
I do.
They love their father, right?
Right.
In fact, you would agree with me that a child who doesn't like their father or doesn't like a parent wouldn't want to go to lunch with you, right?
Say the question again.
A child
No problem.
that doesn't like,
Your Honor, you reject his speculation.
Oh,
a child that doesn't like their parent or father would not want to go to lunch with them, right?
All right,
But your son Trey wanted to go to lunch with them on November 11th, right?
correct.
Then I approached the court reporter for evidence. And you said MO3 got to your house about 1 p.m. on November 10th, right?
I said I didn't recall. It could have been earlier than that.
But he was there in the early afternoon. Is that right?
I don't recall.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 838 that's been admitted into evidence. And this is a screenshot of your son's phone that you have taken and given to the detective, correct?
Correct.
All right. And it just has your son talking to his dad at 6:35 p.m. for 14 seconds, right?
Yes.
And how old was your son at the time?
He was 8 years old.
He had just celebrated a birthday, right?
No,
When was his birthday?
my youngest son had just celebrated a birthday.
Okay. And your youngest.
Oh, no, my oldest son did just celebrate a birthday. His birthday was November 1st, I'm sorry.
And when is your youngest son's birthday?
September 18th.
And then I'm showing you Exhibit 839 that's been admitted to evidence, and it's a phone call from 6:36, 6:54, and 6:57, right? And they're all income, correct?
Yes,
And that's Devin Brown to your son, right?
correct.
All right. And then on November 11th, there's a phone call at 10:48 a.m., correct?
Yes,
10:49 a.m., right?
correct,
And 11:21.
correct.
Now, MO3 had spent the night at your house, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how many bedrooms did you have?
I had two,
Who all lived with
me and my kids.
you? And your kids were in one part of the house and you were in another part of the apartment, correct?
Yes,
And where was MO3 the entire time he was taking place?
in my room.
In your bedroom?
Yes,
In fact, I think showing you again, 836 admitted into evidence. State's exhibit. And your son is texting you, can I get some Roblox, right?
yes,
And that's at 2:39 on November 10th. Is it fair to say that MO3 was already at your house?
yes.
All right. And same day at 2:39, you said not yet. Can you tell the jury what is Roblox?
Robux,
Not Roblox.
it's like a kid game.
Okay.
They ask for Robux, I guess.
And he said, no, not, you said, no, not yet. And then your son turns around and says, okay, when you're done.
Yes,
Are you in your room then?
right.
Are you with MO3 then?
Mhm.
Okay. And you turn around and say, yeah. Is that right? I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Okay. And then sometimes later on at 8:58 p.m. that night, there's like a okay sunshine, okay. From a conversation at 2:40, is anything deleted between here and there? Between those
no, it
conversations?
could have been a delayed message.
Okay. And he texts you at 8:58 and says, good night, love you. Is
Right,
that right? And you text back and says, good night, I love you too. Are you in your bedroom at that time?
yeah,
And are you still with MO3 in the bedroom?
yeah,
Okay. And then we're gonna go to 11:10, said something is read.
That's him reacting to the message, I believe.
Okay, and 8:59 on November 10th, 2020, he said okay again, right? So we're going to November 11th, 2020. At 10:54, your son says, can daddy get us something to eat, get something to eat or something, right?
Mhm.
Basically, he wants to go to eat with his father.
Yeah,
Okay, and you say no, right?
yeah, no,
Okay, and it's fair to say MO3 is still there.
huh?
MO3 is still at your house on November 10th.
You're asking me that?
Yes,
Was he, yeah, he was still there.
okay, and you're still in the bedroom with MO3, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And he texts back at 10:58 a.m. and says, okay. Then he writes back at 11:09, can I get breakfast? And that's pretty much, is he trying to say, can he go in the kitchen and get some food then?
Yes,
Okay. And you write back and say, yeah. Is that true?
true,
And he turns back and says, okay. Is that right?
right.
And then, let's go with this. You said, do your work. That's what you're telling me, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's on November 11th at 11:23, but he doesn't read it till 11:46. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
On November 11th, November 10th, that was a Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
correct.
Were your children in school then?
Virtually, it was public.
It was public,
Mhm.
okay. And those particular days, they could leave out, right? They could leave school.
They was in school virtually, so they were doing virtual work on their tablet.
Okay, and, and your son's birthday was November 1st, right?
Right.
Do you recall having a birthday party for, your son?
No.
Do you recall MO3 wanting to come to a birthday party if he had it?
That was my youngest son, Duke,
Okay,
in September.
and he wanted to come to make Devin mad, right?
Yeah,
And you didn't think that was best, right?
correct.
Did he come to, your youngest son's birthday party?
He ended up showing up.
Was Devin there?
No,
But he came to, and he told you to make,
he showed up. I told him that he couldn't come, and he showed up. I don't even know how he knew where I was at. He showed up to the party,
who showed up?
Melvin.
And you didn't want him to be there.
I told him that he couldn't come to my son's party because of my son's dad affiliation with Yella Beezy. And his friends.
No response to it.
Oh,
Can she finish answering it without an interruption?
I
Your Honor?
thought she did.
Okay.
So when, it's fair to say, now who bought these cell phones for, your children?
I did.
And in some of your text messages with Devin, didn't you say, hey, look, you only see them 3 weeks at a time?
I told him that he only sees them when it's convenient for him. Yes, correct.
Okay, so it's not uncommon or that Devin is in your son's or your children's life, right?
He was in their life. It was just when it was convenient for him.
Okay, and so it wouldn't be uncommon for him to want to spend time with him, right?
It was uncommon because it was on a random Wednesday in the morning, and I know my child's father, and that was random.
Now, there was a time that MO3 had posted a picture on Facebook of your son wearing his jewelry. Is that right?
A video, yes.
A video. And when did this occur?
This occurred before my youngest son's birthday. when he wanted to come to the party.
And he was doing this to antagonize Devin, wasn't
I don't know what he was doing it for. I felt like it was.
he? You felt like MO3 was antagonizing Devin?
I don't feel like it was to antagonize him. I feel like it was to, I guess, show that he was talking to me. I don't know. But at that time, I did feel like it was a pick.
And you talked about, grab a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
On the text messages in Stacy's at 11:35, that was admitted to evidence. You and Devin are going back and forth with conversation, right? Is that fair to say?
Can I see it?
That versus witness, Your Honor? In fact, I'll do better than that. I'll just post it.
What is the difference?
11:36 to 11:35.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fair to say, how would you describe your parenting skills? Do you think you do well at co-parenting?
Not with him, no.
Okay. In fact, when he doesn't do anything you like, you start threatening him like you're not gonna see your kids, right?
He wasn't going to see my kids because he was trying to see them when it's convenient for him.
Okay. Well, my question to you, ma'am, is that when he doesn't do something you like, you threaten him and say you will never see your kids, right?
No,
You didn't say that in any of these text messages?
he hadn't seen my kids in
I'm just-
probably 2 months. So that's why I was seeing it in those text messages.
Okay, you hadn't seen your kid in 2 months as of November.
As of September, when the video was posted, I was blocked and he hadn't been seeing my kids. So that's why, as you see on the messages, that's why I was talking to him the way that I was, because you're not gonna see my kids when it's convenient for you.
And you understand those are his kids too?
Huh?
You understand those are his children?
I understand that, but they're my children and my job is to protect my kids, and no one is gonna run in and out their life when it's convenient for them.
And to the point that even when your children want to see them, you say no.
To the point that my kids were in school virtually and it was on a random Wednesday, yes, I said no.
I think the state is showing you this, Stacy's at 11:35, your text messages with him. It's you doing most of the talking, right?
Yes,
Okay, and he's basically said, hey, look, we can go through. He knows that on 11/11/2020, you're talking about you're so childish and bitter, you don't even pay for haircuts, right?
yes,
All right, and then you said, I'm gonna show you, right?
correct.
Okay, and he says, my kids won't have respect for women when they get older. Why do you think he said that?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to cause for speculation.
Sustained.
Well, how about this? This was the day that you had been in the bedroom with MO3 from November 10th to November 11th. Isn't that right?
Correct. We had started arguing.
Objection, not responsive, Your Honor.
Sustained.
And then you write back at some point and said, oh, my kids are dead, right?
Yep,
And you write back, you dead, bitch,
Yeah.
right? And right here, he says, can you read that for the jury? Can you read what it wrote?
Lame ass bitch, you having my kids around motherfuckers knowing something like this can happen, knowing it's beef out here in the city. I really don't understand. You think you so smart, you dumb as fuck. That could have been my kids, you stupid hoe. I never gave a fuck about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I just prayed my kids safe because your dumb ass keep them around some mess. Bitch, they could have been killed and got the nerve to try to put this shit on me. Fuck you and everything you stand for is up, I promise.
You testified earlier that MO3 had been in some beefs, right?
Correct.
Okay. You would agree with me, a father would want to protect his kids, right?
Right.
And by having MO3 over your house, that could be a safety issue, right?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
And you knew conflict existed between MO3 and a number of people in Dallas, right?
I knew that conflict existed, but I didn't really get into it, so I don't really think that I knew the depths of it.
Where did you and were you seeing anybody else during this time?
No,
So MO3 was the only person you were seeing.
correct.
And do you know if Devin really did Devin want to be back with him?
No, I don't. Me and my kid's father didn't have a good relationship. I don't think that he wanted to be back with me. He was actually in a relationship himself. He had a girlfriend at the time.
But it's true that he didn't like MO3 being over your house with his children. Is that right? Yes or no?
He didn't know, from my knowledge, I didn't know that he knew MO3 was at my house until the video was posted. He never acknowledged it to me.
Not responsive, Your Honor.
Overruled.
He never acknowledged to me that anything about Melvin, even after the video was posted. I didn't talk to him, I was blocked. So there was never a conversation between us about him being in my home until the day that we were showing messages.
Another question.
So you didn't talk to him?
I didn't talk to Devin. Devin didn't know, yeah.
But you would talk to Devin on your son's phone, right?
I wasn't communicating with him.
But I'm gonna answer my question, yes or no. On November 11th, you were
Yeah.
talking to Devin on your son's phone, right?
Correct,
In fact, y'all were having an argument, right?
correct,
And you were having an argument about him seeing his children, right?
correct.
And MO3 was still at your house in the midst of this argument, right?
I think that he was gone during that time.
Do you remember telling the police officers that he left in the midst of your argument with Devin?
No, I don't recall.
And you've listened to some of MO3's lyrics, right?
Correct.
And you know, in fact, you said that sometimes he carries a gun.
I didn't say that.
Okay. You never told the prosecutor that sometimes he has a gun with him?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
You've seen pictures with him with a gun, right?
Yeah, videos, yeah,
And you've listened to his rap lyrics, right?
correct,
And in his rap lyrics, he talks about shooting people, right?
yeah,
And he talks about having a feud with people, right?
correct.
And he actually talks about there's a feud with Trap Boy Freddy going on, right?
And Yella Beezy, yeah.
Objection, not responsive. No.
Same.
As a jury, disregard that.
The jury will disregard that last comment from those who have together.
So ma'am, just answer my question. as I ask it, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you knew MO3 before he even got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're familiar, in fact, you said, or have said that he allowed you to listen to some music of his before anyone else, right?
Correct.
All right. So you understand that many of his songs were not about church music, right?
I understand it, yes.
Okay. And a lot of his songs were threatening people, right?
Correct.
And what he was gonna do to people, correct?
Correct.
And some of his songs talked about things that have happened in the past to people, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, any other question?
You may. Ms. McIntosh, do you have any questions?
Yes, John.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, would y'all like a short 15-minute break at this time?
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's come back at 10:45.
All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio.
Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio, Mecca White, Mecca Audio. And we gon' do it like, we gon' do it like, we keep it moving like.
get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the